Hey guys, it's Ausar here. I just wanted to hop on the mic before the podcast starts. I just had some things I had to get off my chest. I had a lot of stuff on my mind. It's been a long week. um, Man, right now, I just want to talk to the people that are strong. And when I say that, um, I mean the people who live with this shadow of darkness and they live with it over their head. They live with it under their feet day in and day out. And these people still find a way to smile. I'm talking about the people who aren't necessarily a people person and truly want to be alone most of the time, but they just got really good at faking it so they could survive socially, financially, whatever. I'm talking about the people who, when asked if they're okay or if they're asked, how are you, they'll simply reply, I'm fine, when they're not. Because if I told you how I really felt, then what? Man, I'm talking about the people who say that they're fine, and in that split second of you saying that, 1,000 thoughts of how dark and heavy you really feel fill you up. And if you were to say how you really felt in that moment, you would probably explode. I'm talking about the people who say they're fine. I'm talking to you strong individuals who deal with depression. And I want you to know that I see you and I feel you. Because I'm fine too. And I'm just going to say a disclaimer. If you don't want to hear me talk about depression at all, and you just came here for the laughs, you came here for like the information, that's fine. It's a podcast, fine. Skip ahead. It's not radio. There's a 30-second button right there. Hit that a couple times. I'm recording this before we recorded the podcast, but I'm sure it's a great episode. Casey probably says something funny. But for the people that want to listen and the people that this is resonating with, I just wanted to talk a little bit about depression for a while, if that's fine. So I'm going to be a little honest and I'm going to be a little vulnerable right now. At this moment, right now, I feel like dog shit on the bottom of a shoe. I feel like if I were to get in my bed right now, it would take like the force of 10,000 gods to get me out for the rest of the day. That's part of why I'm recording this right now, though. To anybody listening who may be feeling like how I'm feeling right now, just know I see you and I feel you. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. And I want you to know how strong you are. Because every day you deal with these demons, these thoughts, these feelings that you desperately wish would just disappear from your life. And some days are better than others. And maybe you have some practices. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you pray. Maybe you're reading about spirituality or your religion or anything else that may have some insight of how you can get out of this feeling. Maybe you even chant mantras or write positive affirmations for yourself. But we all know sometimes that's just not enough. Sometimes it just gets too overwhelming. And I'm here to tell you that that's okay. That's completely okay. I've been dealing with seasonal depression for about 8 or 9 years or so. And every winter, no matter what, my brain loves to tell me that I'm worthless. What I do is stupid. I'm wasting my time for even trying to do anything. It's like this sappy, sticky, seductive, sweet honey that just seeps into your brain, whispering thoughts of hopelessness and grief and sadness. And remember that really cringy thing you did 4 years ago? It's whispering all of that into your ear. And it's getting into your brain. And the thing is, if you don't catch it and you don't wipe the honey away fast enough, you can get tricked, man. You can get tricked into thinking that honey tastes good. You get comfortable in it. Sometimes in a sick, twisted way, you trick yourself that you actually prefer it this way. eventually you're going to start putting the honey on your toast and mixing the honey in your tea in the morning. I'm here to tell you, that's not honey, bro. That's poison. I want you to wake up, because this thing that you think is honey, that you're all comfortable in right now, and it's past the point of being in your brains and your ears. It's all over your body. You're fucking taking it and putting it in your shoes before you leave for the house in the morning. Dude, that's not honey. What that is the devil's semen. It's Satan taking out his cock, coming all over you. It's pure evil, man. Wake up. I'm here to tell all of you strong people, that if you were able to live even through one day of that, you will have my respect and admiration forever. Because it's tough. And I know people say these cliche things and it gets old. I'm not here to say anything cliche. We've all heard it before. I'm not even going to say it. You're thinking of 3 of them right now. It's not that type of talk. What this is someone who has a throat full of Satan's dick in his mouth right now, violently thrusting and laughing at me, slapping me across the face with thoughts of sorrow and gloom and regret. This is someone who still gets up after that and looks Satan in the eyes and says, fuck you. I'm moving forward. I may be crawling in the mud. I might be stuck in your demonic sap. I might even be blinded with no idea where the hell I'm going. But guess what, motherfucker? I'm still moving. I guess what I'm saying is, I know what it's like to be scared and immobilized from this sap that we're calling depression. But I'm moving. And so are you. Because we're all fighters. Because we're all warriors in this war. It's a war over peace and happiness in our own minds. So what I'm saying is, fight it. Kill it. Scream out. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because when it's all said and done, and you look over at that war-torn battlefield, and you'll see all the demons that plagued your life with slit throats and dismembered heads. You'll see all your negative thoughts locked away in a vault, protected by the world's finest mages of freedom. And when you gaze across that battlefield, under your foot will be Satan's head. And when you go to hang up Satan's dick on your mantle over your fireplace, I'm hanging mine up over my fireplace. I don't know where you guys are hanging yours up. But you'll think back to this moment right now. And you'll think back to this moment right now where you chose to fight and it changed the trajectory of your life. And hey, maybe it'll come back next month. Maybe next year. Shit, maybe tomorrow. Maybe when you killed Satan, a droplet of his cum became sentient and impregnated an elephant, and now you got to deal with that. I got to stop with this Satan cum metaphor, but you get what I'm saying, man. What I'm saying is you'll be able to appreciate and cherish that time where you won, and you'll be able to reminisce over your victories simply because you were able to say, fuck you, I'm still moving. And whatever that looks like for you, do it. You know what it is. I can't tell you. You know what it is. It could be going out for a walk. Say it. Fuck you, Satan, I'm walking. It could be calling a family member. I'm calling my grandmom, Satan, suck my dick. For me, it's this. It's podcasting. Find out what that thing is and fight back. You're strong enough to do it. Believe me, I know you're strong enough to do it. And if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you for you. Do it right now. The podcast can wait. It'll be here. Treat yourself to a listen after you got Satan's dick out of your mouth. That's no way to enjoy this podcast with steaming cum oozing out of your ears. And unless that's what you're into, then by all means, be my guest. But for the rest of you, get mad, get angry, fight back, man. It's not how you want to listen to this podcast. It's not the right way. It's not how you want to go about life. Just do it. Just fight back right now. Just fucking do it. Okay. I'm done with my rant. I don't think I have much more to say, but I think I really needed to get that out. This episode of the MisFits Table podcast, we have a special guest by the name of Nia Love. She's a very, very intelligent and humble entrepreneur, and I just wanted to promote her brand, Manifest It. Please check out her Instagram, by Nia Love, BYNIALOVE. You can go to her website, manifestedperiod.com. She has some really dope merch on there. It's actually reasonably priced. And I'm picking up a brown hoodie myself. I think they look really cool, man. So if you're looking for some drip, or you really just want to support a black business, this is a great way to do it. She didn't ask me or pay me to say this. I really love what she got going on over there. So check it out, man. I don't know. It's been like, I don't know how long this recording is. I can't see it. And I'm afraid if I click, it's going to delete everything I said. So, without any other interference, enjoy this episode of the MisFits Table podcast.
It's almost failed, y'all. It's too bright. It's too bright, y'all.
You almost failed.
But it's definitely not too bright. I get, if anything, you could turn it up.
You're fine. Or just turn it. You can either turn it up or just turn it off. It's making no difference. It's making no difference.
Wait, what are you doing? What are you going back? There's nothing's happening.
Turn it off, bro. Turn it off.
Wait, no, KC. Why is it? Put the ring light in front of you, bro. Don't put it behind you.
Yeah, put it over your camera.
Oh, you're right.
Why is it
your head, bro?
Bro, put it behind your computer, bro.
Yeah, I am so sorry. This is a terrible introduction.
My own setup.
Take your time. Take your time.
It's struggling. Okay, maybe this iPad case is not reliable.
Oh my god, what is going on? Why am I struggling?
Bro.
Yo, somebody on Twitch, please clip this. Somebody please clip this.
I'm actually struggling. Oh
no, but put it in front of you, bro.
All right. Is it in front of me, bro? It's not up.
Huh?
Bro,
KC.
Bro,
it's not
you gotta put it in front of your face, bro.
Yeah, in front of the
like behind your
computer.
computer.
I can't put it right there.
Why?
Hang on. This is the best I can do right here. I'm about to lower it though. Hang on.
You just don't need to use it at this point.
Don't use it, man.
No, I'm about to lower it. Hang on. Oh my god.
That's not from God, bro.
Sorry.
Not a sign for
Wait. I got it. Look, I got an idea. So if I change it all the way over here and change.
But you see how like your other side of your face is dark?
I kind of like that though.
Like Two-Face. Like you're like some secret character.
I'm gonna just try to fix it in post-production, bro. I'm gonna try to fix it.
Ominous. You look very ominous.
Nia, do you like my thinking cap?
What?
You like my thinking cap?
Oh, yeah. It's cute.
Thank you. You're the first person to get on here and like my thinking cap.
You just made his whole year.
You are now tuned in to the MisFits Table.
Welcome to the MisFits Table podcast. Yes, I am one of three amazing black and beautiful co-hosts, Ausar and Nia Stevens, the big dig bad bitch, registered flex offender, Mr. Walkie Slush. Sometimes you gotta put a tongue in a butt to get the nut out, aka for local got me feeling loco. Peace and prosperity, nothing but blessings as I sit in my solidarity. And I'm here with two amazing other co-hosts.
I just want to say that some of those got to be like retired.
I'm not retiring.
Wow.
Right?
It's been a while since I heard
everything that I said, bro. I meant that.
You stand by it. You stand by all of it. Okay, I feel you.
Razor or Flex Defender? I'm never gonna get
Yeah, that's an iffy one. It's an iffy one.
Well, we
But
can work out. But
my name. What's my name? What is my name? Is Glenn, the nigga who hit you in your chin. You fuck with me. Don't worry. I came to win, so I'm always gonna win. Remember that shit. Because every single episode, there has never been a cohesive AKA whatsoever. And I'm standing by that. You shit on a hill, you lie by that hill. That's it. Casey, your turn.
I respect it.
Thank you.
And I'm back with another banger of an episode. It's your boy, KC, what you can't see. You know me, aka a Segway champ, and forever will be Killer King, aka Daddy. Ooh, yeah, you know the rest.
There's no way.
There's no fucking way. There's no way.
They know the rest. They know the rest.
There's no way.
No, that was a good one. Casey, keep that one. I kind of like that.
Make that your main one.
There's no way, bro.
That's
Bro, I
why
can
I
see people
got
saying that to you on the street.
How do you write that out? How do you spell that?
I don't know.
Put that shit on a shirt.
You just gotta feel it. That's something you just gotta feel, you know. Like you can't think certain things in life you just can't think too hard about. Like quantum physics, you just gotta feel it, you know. Feel it right in your never mind. Let me just
We're also here with a very special guest. We're gonna let her introduce himself to you.
Hello. My name is Nia Love. I don't really have that funny of a intro. I feel a little outdone here, but I'm an influencer and an entrepreneur. I talk about growth and wellness, and that's my jam. So thank you for having me.
That's beautiful.
You know what, Nia? By the end of this podcast, you're gonna come up with a AKA. All right,
You're gonna have something.
you have that's your homework.
Sweating.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, we'll come up with one for you by the time. We got
Right.
Got you. Either way, you're fine. So we got this.
Yeah, we got you.
But in the meantime, how are y'all weeks?
Well, I guess I can go. I had a pretty stressful / thought-provoking butt fuck of a week. I mean, I did a lot of editing because I've been filling out an application. I most likely will explain that later. I'm trying to live in another state. That's all I'm gonna say. But I've been doing a lot of audio editing, and I mean, today was probably like a highlight of my week because I went over some family and we drank and watched the football game. Even though I don't watch football like that, it was super exciting. Even though we lost, goddamn you, Pat Mahomes. But yeah, that was my week. Yeah, it's like two chickens. It's like, you know how you like chase a chicken, but you can't get your hands around it because it's so slippery and you just keep ruffling his feathers. That's how my week was. And I'm the hands in that case. Yeah.
all right.
Sometimes you lean with it, sometimes you rock with it. You never know which one. But that's cool, I guess. Casey, your week, I can never predict how your week was, bro. Like, and I appreciate that. It's exciting every day to hear.
I'm telling you, most weeks are just detrimental to my health. And I said that a long time ago. So
We gotta flip it around, man. We gotta flip it around.
We're gonna switch this week. Ausar, how's your week?
You want an honest answer?
Sure.
I was depressed this whole week, but the good thing about depression is there's always a spring at the end, and I'm feeling better now. And I was mainly just writing. Me and Casey are doing the same application for this program of Wieden and Kennedy, and I was just writing out my script for it. And the thing with what I was doing was like, when I write stories, they're like very deeply internalized. So it was like, it's kind of like a therapy in a way, and it was just like putting a lot of stuff in my face that I had realized that I needed to just kind of go through or really just like sit down and think about. So that kind of just triggered some, just some thoughts that I had to work through. But I'm fairly certain that most of them are worked through, and I'm feeling a lot better now. At least a lot better than I was this week or yesterday. Even like yesterday was like, if you saw me yesterday, you would have been like, I don't know who this nigga is, bro. So
I know
I'm
that.
feeling good, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to podcast, man. That's the good thing about podcasting, man. At the end of the day, you can all get it all out and just talk with your friends, man. Share the whole world that you were just feeling depressed. I'm gonna stop talking now. Go ahead. How was your week, Glenn?
Chop it up with the boys. My week was better. It was a lot going on, but I feel better as always. I be having like you get a few like bad weeks, and then I don't know. I think for a lot of people things are like changing up, like switching up. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how like the beginning of the year was shitty, and then it's starting to get better. So that's what I've been feeling.
I feel that. I felt the same way. Like I feel like there's a lot of I don't know what is I don't really follow astrology like I used to, but like I don't know if it's Mercury renegade going on or something right now. It is. That would explain a lot because the last 2 months, I don't know how long it lasts, but the last 2 months of my life have just been downhill. Like this is how it's been. It was like you're running a marathon, and then when you get to the end of the marathon, they're like, "Oh no, it's a double marathon," and you're like, "Fuck, okay." And then you run the second marathon, you're all sweaty, like finish the marathon. They're like, "Dude, it's gonna keep you just running, you're just fucking running." You know what I mean? That's how I felt. But I feel like I'm at the end of the marathon now, so we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know next week.
At the end, they hit you in your knees. They break your knees.
At the end, they just fucking break your kneecaps. It's crawl. How was your week, Nia? How was your week?
Pretty much like everybody else's. It's really been kind of all over the fucking place, to be honest. I mean, I closed on a house a few weeks ago, so
Come on now.
right now, thanks. But right now I still have construction going on, so I have people like the electrician and then the contractor, another contractor, and the security guy. Like everybody's just running in and out of my house all the time, and I honestly haven't had time to process a lot of the things that have been happening. But there's a lot of things happening right now, and my emotions have kind of been all over the place. And I took some pretty big risks this week, but I don't know. I feel very like happy and proud of myself for doing those things, even though it brought a lot of emotional turmoil in the process of it. I don't know. Like it's kind of like, sad things have been happening, but I feel like I'm handling it pretty well. So,
That's good. It's always good to just process things too, because like I feel like you're the type of person like and tell me if I'm wrong because maybe I could just be like showing a mirror myself, but like that just has a lot of projects, and you just doing, you keep moving, and you're always doing something that day. Like it's just no days that you don't have any production, and then when you finally do sit down, you're like, fuck, this is fucking 4 weeks of shit I didn't go like internalize, and then it kind of like it's like a buildup, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, for anybody listening, like just always make sure you have some time to just internalize some shit. But speaking of internalizing, man, what kind of music have you guys been listening to? What kind of music has been helping you guys through the week?
I've been waiting for this. I've been hyping shit to say this one song. KC, I think KC had said it before, and I don't know if he put I know he love it. Just for me, Pink Panthers.
Bro, Pink Panthers, bro. I love Pink Panthers.
I thought I had my music on shuffle earlier. I was like, this Just for me came on. I was like, shit, I haven't listened to this album like I should have. Went back, I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking banger. Like I've been listening to music like that this week because I'm feeling better like spiritually. So shit like that's been keeping me upbeat. So Pink Panthers, Just for me.
That's what's up.
You play that shit at my wedding. Me dancing. That's music that you see people in the 80s coked out dancing to. I don't know.
It is.
I want one night like that. I just want one night, like an 80s night.
A night in Vegas.
Night in Vegas. We gotta make that happen.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now what song I'm gonna get married to, and that's Chief Keef. What's the name of the song? Chief Keef. See Through by Chief Keef. You hear that beat dropping that song? It's nice. I work out to that. I was working out to that this week, but yeah, I'm making gains, y'all. By the way, I'm making gains.
Yes, sir.
Gains. I would like if y'all can see me in person, y'all gonna be surprised. You're like, oh snaps! When the Hulk get in here.
All right. Niggas gonna knock out an elephant.
Right. Wait, no, he not. He working out his calves. So
I'm working out my calves and my feet. And that's it.
Oh, yeah.
doing toe curls.
Yeah.
That's a good genre, man. I've been listening to this song called "Movie" by Thomas. I know y'all two know about it.
So good.
I've been listening to that song on repeat. That song is just the encapsulation of love. That's all I can say. It's such a good song.
First of all, I'm gonna need you guys to send me these songs, because I've been in a music low right now. Where like
you came to the right place.
Yeah, you done asked the right niggas. We're the right niggas for the job.
Great.
I'll send you Apple Music playlist because that's what I use. I don't know. Ausar, do you listen to my shit?
Yeah, Apple Music.
I got Spotify.
We have one Spotify playlist that I spent literally 8 hours on, and no one nigga in the world downloaded it. So I'm not fucking with Spotify right now. It might take a couple years.
I'll download it. Okay.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Finally, one listener.
Not even Casey. The thing is, Casey told me for 2 weeks he listened to it, and he didn't know that I could see it. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't listen to it.
Fucking liar. It's all right.
It's more funny than anything, but yeah. So what music you been listening to?
Honestly, I haven't really been listening to music. There's this one song that I kind of keep on repeat, which is Situationship, by, I don't know if he pronounces it Nobody or NBDY. I don't know. But that song, like I'm a dancer. So like and when I'm listening to music, I'm basically just choreographing. So that song has just kind of been on repeat because I got some ideas for it. But other than that, like I said, I need some new music in my life because I've been listening to the same stuff. And I hate that weird era where you're like, you just keep listening to the same stuff, but you don't want to kind of listen to new music either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But let me ask you this, Nia. Can you outdance me?
Now, just by looking at this hat. Probably.
But you got to think, though, that's the hat he wore on Dancing with the Stars.
Come on now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I was dancing with Zendaya.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Jealous. Maybe you got some moves on you.
Yeah, well, my feet can move. I can tap dance.
That's what toe curls, right?
Yeah, on the
floor with his feet.
But no, yeah. This is gonna be a good episode. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling it.
So Nia, so you have I have questions, right? Before we even get into the topic. So you have a brand called Manifested.
I do.
I just want to start because that's what drew me to you originally. Because I saw your reel and it was funny, but at the end of it, I saw Manifest hoodies in bio. I was like, okay, let me look into it. I look into it. Hoodies are dope. Shout out to you. And I went and like I watched your story. Not watched your story. I read your story on your website. I just want to know, like, can you tell about like the genesis of how it started? Like, what really inspires you to create it?
Yeah. So it's actually called Manifested period because there's a period at the end. But yeah, so honestly, I've always been a mental health advocate, and I've started that in college. So I kind of grew up with anxiety and depression, and I didn't really understand it, and it had a deep impact on my childhood. So when I got to college and I really started to like conquer these things that was going on in my life and in my mental health, I started to do events, and people really knew me on campus as that girl that was just an advocate for mental health. So as I, transitioned into adulthood and I started to mature more, I recognized that manifestation has played such a big part in me getting my mental health straight, right? Like, because I adopted this mentality that I can have whatever I want in my life. And because I can have whatever I want in my life, if I'm sad, if I'm depressed, then I'm accepting that I'm losing my power. So when you accept that you have power and when you accept your manifestation power, then you can conquer anything. So honestly, the way that I put it is like manifestation has saved my life. And the reason why I went with manifested, like past tense, is because, you know, the idea behind manifestation is that you're supposed to already make up in your mind that it's yours.
Right.
Like, it's not coming, it's already yours. It's like you already bought it. It's just, you know, it's in shipping right now.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where it came from, man. Thanks for asking.
So I said that because I'm sure you do recognize what you're doing, but like you're creating like this factory of constant manifestation power coming to you with that brand. Like every time you wear it, every time you promote it, like just by saying those words, it's like a constant rotation of manifestation. I always thought that was like super cool to like have as a brand name. I don't know if that was like you did that on purpose or not, but
no, I never really looked at it that way. I like to just spread the word. I don't know. People always said it was just kind of my purpose to impact others and that I just have a natural knack for it. So I was like, hey, I mean, I guess this is my purpose. And if somebody is feeling the way that I used to feel, then I hope that I can impact them in some way. So
are you familiar with Ikigai?
I am not.
You should read a book called Ikigai.
Okay.
Kind of like an embodiment of kind of what you're saying, and I like it a lot. Like from what I was like reading and listening to. Okay. It's a Japanese philosophy for a full purposeful life. Did I say that right? Is purposeful a word? Is that a word? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm writing it down. It is written down.
Cool.
Definitely gonna do that.
But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to have like a conversation because all three of us, meaning me, Casey, and Glenn, like we have our brand, obviously, MisFits Table, and then you have your brand Manifested. So like it seems like we've all been in, like had some skin in the game for a little bit. So, and there's a lot of people that want to start their own brand, want to start their own podcast, want to start their own clothing brand, or maybe they want to start their own gaming team. You know, it could be anything. So like I think it would be a good idea just to share some knowledge that we all acquired over the years, just to help people out. You know?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I guess I can start off. The biggest thing that I've seen that can help anybody build any type of brand is staying consistent. And I know I ranted on here before about that, but if you stay consistent, there's no way you will fail. You fail, but you don't stay in that spot. Fail, but don't stay stagnant. Keep failing. Actually, keep falling forward, actually. But staying consistent is probably one of the biggest things ever, because people get uninterested when they don't see it winning within a month or a year or so. But like, you got to realize a lot of companies and stuff, a lot of people that started big things, they just kept going. They had a good idea and they knew it was a good idea and they loved what they was doing. They was passionate about it. So they kept going. They didn't care about what other people said about them. If you just keep going and staying consistent, there's no way that you won't win.
I'm not still, but like kind of piggyback off of what you said about being consistent. Just you could walk. If you can't walk, you can crawl. But whatever you do, you got to keep going. Like,
then why was I just about to say that?
Really?
I put something like that on my story. It's a little bit longer. It's like, what you need to do is fly. If you can't fly, then you run. If you can't run, then you walk. If you can't walk, then you crawl.
Yeah, but whatever you do, keep going. Like, it's always important, no matter what situation that you might be going through, to know that there's something else outside of that. Like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't think that if you don't. That's another thing too. Putting time frames in. Like, I need to get these certain results by a certain time. 9 times out of 10, everything won't be on your timing. And then a lot of people get discouraged when, it's not the time that I wanted it, but is it the time that you needed it? And so you gotta like keep going until you get to that point. It might take 5 years, might take 10, it might never happen. You never know, but you just gotta keep going. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and like people, I think the people who really win aren't the people who's looking for the end goal. It's the people who really win in life. It's the people who just love doing it. Like they just love the journey. Like that's what it's about, man. It's about the fucking journey. Because when you get there, it's over. You did it.
And
You know,
I wanted to add
you gotta.
something I heard from Quincy Jones when it's about money. When money enters the room, when money enters the situation, God leaves the room. It's something like when you focus on the wrong thing, you are not gonna get what you wanted out of that situation, and money will make you lose your goddamn mind.
I will also say this: everybody has a different relationship with money too, and you can see that too. The people who have like a happy relationship with money, you'll see money flow to them naturally. You'll see money like gifted, like charity and all that, like even that type of manifestation. You'll see money just flow to them without them worrying about the money. Because when you worry about the money, it creates like this false anxiety about the money. Then you revert to not being in that present moment, being happy about the money, and then it kind of like gets you all out of whack. And that's when the money issue comes in. That's the keyword issue, money issue. So yeah, I don't think I explained that the best, but yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Piggybacking off of that, yeah, I've kind of been in that space as well, just trying to figure out how to manifest money. And I feel like people think that thinking about money all the time is going to result in manifesting it, but it actually pushes you away. Or hoarding your money or like super saving your money is going to attract more money towards you. But you have to treat money like you're in a relationship with money. Like money has to feel free with you. You can't be scared every time it goes out and does its thing. Like you have to trust that it's going to come back to you and come back with abundance. So like every time I spend money, especially with buying a new house, you know how many expenses there are? Unknown expenses, just random stuff that pops up. Like every time I swipe my card or pay somebody, I pray over the money like, hey, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have this money to be spending right now. I know that it's going to come back to me. And people just get so scared and they start penny pinching. But honestly, like spending your money wisely, of course, don't just stupidly spend your money, but spending your money wisely actually attracts more money to you.
You know, that reminds me of something that my investing mentor told me about when he was teaching me trading. And he was saying like, you have to treat money as like your friend. Money, like when you put, so like say you have like Apple that you want to put an options call into, right? So you're saying, hey, I'm gonna put $300 into Apple. And what I need you to do is I need you to go make some more friends, bring them friends back to me, and then you can come with me and those friends go make friends. And that's like the whole analogy he used for like investing. And then like it clicked for me. But then when you guys are saying all of this, I was thinking, I'm realizing I was thinking closed mind. It wasn't just like investing. It's everything that you do. It's like, it doesn't have to just be money coming back to you. So like, hey, I'm paying somebody for fruit. Go make me some friends. What is that friend? It's nutrition. It's health. You know what I mean? And you have to understand, like, if you're actually buying or investing in something that's super valuable, then you have to realize that it's not necessarily a bad thing to spend it. I feel.
It's not.
Also, dang,
What?
I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something about how that's what I was gonna say. It's funny because I always say my favorite thing to say, everything is literally connected. One positive thought can lead to another positive thought, but when you give your money up negatively, being like, oh, I don't want to spend this money, I don't want to spend my money on this banana, and then it's going to end up, something's going to end up coming back to you in a negative way. And in that case, the thought of giving your money out for the nutrition is going to come back to a negative way. Therefore, it may even lead to like unhealthy eating at that point or something like that, or not eating at all because you don't want to spend your money for that nutrition. That's how I think about it.
I don't know why it's so funny.
I think about it like, huh?
No, because like bananas are like the cheapest fruit. Right. Bananas are like 52 cents, right? You get like
This is the first one.
You using monkey logic, but that made me understand it more.
No, and just to keep us back on track about what's it called? Just like help people out with like tips about creating a brand and everything. Really, I feel like the oldest tradition and the most respected skill in life has always been storytelling from the beginning of humanity. So I feel like if you can tell a good story, you can keep people engaged, and like how your medium of story is, and you can portray that in your brand, and like you do it consistently, like you guys said, people will come to you. You have to wait for your audiences out there. If you got a dope story, you got a dope way to tell it, and what you're producing is dope, you have nothing to worry about.
Let me put it like this.
You already won.
If it's an audience, I'm not like bashing him or anything, but if it's an audience for Little Pump, it's an audience for you. That's all I gotta say.
Why the fuck? Let
that sink in though. That's low key a bar.
If it's an audience for Little Pump and Alec Golick, he's an artist, Golick, then it's an audience for you. Just think about that. It's an audience for everybody. It's 1 billion people on this planet. Somebody is going to like what you're saying because I'm pretty sure they're thinking exactly what you're thinking, but they just didn't take the steps you did.
And this is the best time in the history of humanity to create a brand. There's been no other time. This is the best time in the world to become an entrepreneur, to create a brand, become a public figure, whatever you want to be. TikTok, bro, you can get on TikTok with 0 followers and leave 100,000 in a week if you really wanted to. If you really wanted to, you could.
I feel like the best advice that I could possibly give to somebody on branding, kind of tying both of those things in, is that you have to know the difference between a personal brand and like a brand. Like, so for example, Nike is a brand, Adidas is a brand. However, like for me, for example, I am a personal brand. Manifested is a part of me, but it's not my brand. Nia Love is my brand. And I thought of long and hard about creating a separate Instagram for Manifested period. But then I was like, wait, why would I do that? Like, a big part of the reason why people are going to buy from me is because they like me. They like what I stand for. And I don't know if you guys have heard of like Prince Donnell.
Yeah.
But I'm in one of his like groups, and I asked him, because I'm a dancer, I'm a poet, like I'm a painter, I have all these different things that I do. And I asked him, like, is it okay for me to post these things? Even though I'm known as like a growth and wellness influencer, is it okay for me to post dance videos and poetry? And he was like, heck yeah, because people love you. Yeah. And that's the power in building a personal brand. Like you said, like now's the perfect time to do so. You can get on TikTok and blow up in like a week. And it's because people fall in love with people. I feel like people are less attracted to brands per se and more attracted to the people behind the brand. Yeah. Like you said, it's all about the story.
Right. Yeah. I'm in a lot of Prince Donnell's groups too. And that what you said really resonated with me because I remember he was telling me the same exact things. But I wanted to ask you, I know we're going to talk about NFTs a little bit later in the podcast, but like, have you looked into like his Kangaroo Heroes NFT project? Because they are great NFTs. There are some good NFTs.
I know, and I don't know much about the NFT space, and I want to. But when he came with it, I was literally in the process of closing on my house, and I didn't know how much everything was going to cost me. So I was like,
yeah.
Where should I put my money? I don't know. But I was so upset about that.
And the thing is, like, we're going to talk. I know we're going to talk about this later, but I just wanted to say, like, his NFTs, it shows like how to really use them the right way, because what he's doing now is, if you are an NFT holder of Kangaroo Heroes, you are entitled to being a part of this giveaway that helps small businesses. I think he's giving away like $1,500 or something like that to like small businesses who win like this tournament or raffle or something on Twitter, and it's only for people who hold that NFT. Wow. And like that's just the beginning of what he's doing. So it's just like the value that you can bring to NFTs is like, it's really limitless, depending on how, it's just up to your creativity. But we're going to talk about that later. We talked about starting a brand, but I want to really get into how, when you have that brand, or when you have that idea, or when you have that figure, you have that story, how do you go about maintaining it? And I'm not saying like for short term, I'm saying like, how do you go about maintaining it for the next 1, 5, 10 years? Like, what is the longevity of that?
Is it okay if I start on this one?
Yeah, and I understand like we don't know everything because I know we probably haven't. All of us probably haven't been around for like the past 5 years. We're all pretty new. Like MisFits Table started in the pandemic, you know. But I just want to know like just brainstorm because you never know what could resonate with somebody. So
I think when you have passion and you have some type of charity to humanity itself, I think those two things mixed together makes longevity in anything that you make. Because when you have something that you feel wholehearted about, and then when you have something that you can give to humanity and they can possibly feel wholehearted about it or feel a part of your heart in it, I think it creates longevity with anything you do. How I think about this, I think about a lot of music artists that really like fall in love with the craft of making music, or like painters or classical music artists that fall in love with the craft. Because when you fall in love with that craft, I feel like you get a piece of their heart every time you listen or look at something that they created. So I think that always creates longevity.
Do you think so? You're saying that passion is a key.
Passion is definitely a huge key to me.
Yeah.
Passion. You gotta have, if it's not your passion, and I feel like you should do a little bit more searching and morph it around your passion, or to at least find your passion. Have it as a role to finding your passion, but just don't get stuck.
What you said, I was just listening to an interview with Gary Vee like 2 hours ago, and he was saying something of this sort of that. And because somebody asked him a question, they were like, as somebody who wants to be an entrepreneur, but they're not necessarily, they don't have like a great idea of what they want to do, or they don't they're not like necessarily passionate about anything, they just want to make money. Like, what do they do? And in Gary Vee's answer, you know, he's long-winded. His answer was very short. He was like, just fucking don't do it. Because if you're not passionate about it, you're going to waste your time. You're going to waste your money. You're going to waste other people's time. Like, just sit, meditate, do whatever you got to do. Figure out like what that answer is, or like what you're really passionate about. Then do that. But if you're just like, I need to make money, go to work. Don't become an entrepreneur, because it's a lot of work that you don't know about. That it's gonna, you're gonna be like, fuck this. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? But if you love it, you won't be doing it every day.
You also said, Ausar, I feel like if you want to get into the space of becoming an entrepreneur or anything, I feel like you need to go deeper within yourself. And meditation is like a great way to go deep within yourself, to find something that you can follow. Find some type of flow within the universe that you can follow, some type of frequency or whatever you want to think about, however you want to think about it.
You know what I love, Casey? I love like recently I've just been seeing like in the last 5 years a shift of so many companies that are like grounded in spirituality. Because there's always like this separation between business and spirituality, but like seeing like them come together, I feel like those are going to be really, really great for them mentally and financially, of course. Like, if you can find a way to merge the two, you're good, man. You're good because you're practicing as you're working.
Right. I'm trying to tell you, the pandemic changed a lot. Pandemic changed a lot. Pandemic made a lot of people go within. A lot of people got depressed during the pandemic. I was one of them. Goodness, I was down bad.
Yeah, we were all one. This podcast is birthed from depression and pandemic. Now look at it. It's beautiful, man. We 79 episodes in. You know?
Right. So what? Wait. Fuck. When you're doing it and when it's fun, you don't count the episodes.
Hell yeah.
Casey mentioned passion, and I know that Ausar, you're talking about knowing your why, and knowing your, like, a lot of people don't know why they do certain, like, get into something, they just do it just to do it. Sometimes for the money, sometimes just to say, I did it. Just understanding that, which you touched on, is extremely important.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be a little bit. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say the brands that fail are the brands built on bullshit, basically. So if you're starting off with bullshit reasons, then you're going to get bullshit results. But if you're starting off from the heart, then, I mean, all you have to do is just be yourself, and your brand is going to succeed as long as, you know, you're thriving. So your brand, like, you're going to think about it all day, every day. So it might as well be something that reflects you. And if it doesn't, then you're gonna lose yourself. Then you'll lose the money.
And I can like attest to that because it's more so like my professional career. I'm doing something now that I really am just doing just to do, like, as a way to make money. And which is fine for the moment, but then I found myself like, why am I unhappy? Because I'm not doing what I want to do. So I'm about to be a fucking farmer. I'm going to school.
Yes, let's go.
The most random switch up in history.
I can't wait, Glenn. I will be your biggest customer. I swear, I'll buy bulk orders, bro. I can't wait.
I'm trying to buy a cow, bro.
Okay.
He'll be with that fucking hat. He'll be the cattle hand. Like, he'll take care of it.
So
I'm gonna have to get my dog.
I'm just gonna be a little bit vulnerable right now, because I feel like there's other people that could be going through what I'm going through right now. So when we talk about all these things about like mental health and brands and like being consistent, and it's great. It sounds amazing on paper, and I'm able to do that obviously because we have this, we have Top Media, we have our YouTube, we have all that. But I started this personal journey that I wanted to do on my Instagram, where I wanted to do 100,000 push-ups in a year. And I was going and I was doing it every day, vlogs every single day coming out, edited pretty well, it was on track. And I got to this point where a lot of life happened, really. I got kicked out, my car was wrecked, I had really nothing. I was in a place, I moved down here, so I don't really know a lot of people. Thank God, like, I just got super lucky that one of my, somebody in my family that had a place for me to be. I got super, super lucky because if I didn't, I would have nowhere to go. And it was just like this week where all this bullshit happened. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just take this week to get my life together. And I'm gonna get back to doing my videos every day. And just thing after thing just keeps happening, just life, and it keeps beating down on you. And then you're depressed, and then you're depressed because you're not working on what's supposed to do, which also makes you depressed. And it's just like it's like a cycle. So like for people like that, for me, for the person listening on the toilet right now, that's like, fuck, I started this Instagram account, I got 200 followers, and I stopped because X happened. For the guy that's driving this car right now, really resonate with what I'm thinking. Like, what do you guys say to us that we started and we really want to continue, but we don't feel like we have? Like, what do you actionably do right now to like start? Besides like the cliche, just like you gotta believe in yourself. Like, what do you really like? What are some actual steps? You're laughing. I feel like you have some heat, and I'm. Really...
No, this is my jam.
Okay, please motivate me, please.
I was ready.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, people love to hear that part. People think that influencing and like building a brand, being an entrepreneur, that people only want to see the good stuff. They only want to see the glitz and glamour. But I thrive. My brand thrives because I am vulnerable and transparent with people. When they see me and they see my brand, they see that I am honest. Like, you're going to get me at all times, no matter what I'm going through. There have been periods like where I go on my Instagram, I'm like, look, y'all, I got to disappear for like a week, or I got to disappear for as long as I need because I'm going through stuff. Like, I almost lost my job back in November. And I got on Instagram and I was like, look, I got to figure some stuff out. So I'm going to be gone for a little bit, but I'm going to come back eventually. And I think it's giving yourself that grace. Like, there are people on the other side of that screen. There are actual people that are experiencing actual life. So they're going to understand. Like right now, I made a mistake with my order with Manifested, and this lady ordered a sweatshirt and I don't even got the sweatshirt. So I texted her and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm human. I messed up. And she was just like, girl, it is okay. Like, everything is okay. I think people think that when they go through stuff, that they can't let the world know what they're going through, or the world's going to end or something, or they're going to be seen as weak or inconsistent or whatever. But it's not that. Like, you got to give yourself the grace and the space to be wherever you are. And then when you're ready, come back in your own time. But you just trying to get it done when you're not in the mental headspace to even be present, that's not possible. And you're gonna produce shitty work.
Yeah.
I think it was NBA YoungBoy. He was just got out of jail or just going to jail or something like that. And then he told his fans, he was like, hey, like I'm taking a mental break till like August. He was like, I'm giving y'all 2 more songs or an album or something like that. I think it was him. He's I'm giving y'all this, and after that, I'm falling off the face of the earth. It's like what you just said instantly kind of like, I don't know why that clicked in my head, just the grace period for yourself. But I think that's very, very, very important. Giving yourself grace, giving yourself time to relax and think. Because when you push out so much, you keep pushing, your muscles will get tired eventually and you need a rest.
Come on, double entendre.
Like working out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it's always good to drop that boulder and just look at it sometimes. You're like, dang, I moved it this far. I get back up in a week when my arms get better and keep pushing so I can close up that wall. That was an Attack on Titan reference, if anybody watch it. But
Yes.
yeah.
That's just important though. Like I would 100% agree, and I am again a testament to that because what was this December? I ran myself into the ground, and I realized without the lack of sleep, just how much that shit is important, and just like not even sleep, but like taking time for yourself. That's always important. Always important. You can't work at 100% if you're not focusing on the number one. Always look out for number one.
Don't forget sleep though. Sleep is extremely important. Literally, we sleep 75% of our lives. That obviously, if that don't click something in your head, then I don't know what will. Like we honestly need sleep. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just always if that's another thing. Whenever this is me too. Whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, I will sleep. And like my body needs to physically rest. Like my brain, like my body needs to shut down and my brain just needs to go into this dormant active state. And I usually, when I do that, I usually come out with some of the best ideas. That happened to me a couple of days ago. I couldn't think about anything to like write or edit. Like I couldn't really visualize it in my head. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. I don't know what I was going to write out. I don't know what type of story. I slept through it. I took like a 4-hour nap, like broken up. And then I woke up and I was like, I feel refreshed. I'm about to start. Sleep is it's meditative, but yeah.
And I just want to close that out with just saying this to myself and to anybody else who can resonate with it, right? Like for people that like to follow hustler culture, quote unquote, if you're listening,
I'm gonna talk about that.
That's a whole topic in itself. But people who like to follow that and just kind of get caught up in the trap, if you will, of that, like you just gotta keep moving. You gotta keep doing something over and over. Like there's no breaks. Why are you taking a break? That's not how millionaires move. That's not how millionaires thinks. Why aren't you reading 30 books a day? Why aren't you waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning? Why aren't you waking up for 30 minutes? How come you're not working for this time to this time and have a meeting at this time? Relax. Just relax.
Goodness.
Okay.
You gotta
okay.
enjoy.
Take a breath. Hey, it's okay, man. Look around, man. Appreciate real quick of like your surroundings. If you're not outside, appreciate that you have an inside to be in. If you're outside and you're just outside, appreciate that you have the ability to listen to this, and this might spark something in you. Try to appreciate something. You have something that somebody would kill for. I guarantee you. So take that in, breathe.
You know what that is? You want to know what that is?
What is that?
That's gratitude.
That is gratitude.
It's gratitude.
Gratitude.
We love that. We love gratitude. And I'm sorry, this topic is super, super long because we still got 2 more topics, but I just wanted to talk just a little bit about NFTs and how they can really evolve brands. I really wanted to talk about that like a lot because we've been talking about Web3 a little bit, but I feel like this is really the perfect time to like touch into it.
Before we get into NFT, explain what Web3. What is Web3 for the people at home like me?
Okay, so think of it like this. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Web 1.0. That's the internet where it's just fucking fucking
dial up.
Wikipedia, just shit that you read on the internet. Shit was loading like this. You had like the chat log,
AOL.
everything, AOL, super primitive internet. Web 2 is what we're in right now. That's the age of social media. We're in Web 2. Social media, logging in, giving information. That's like the biggest thing about Web 2. You give a lot of information on Web 2. Web 3 that's being born from Web 2 that we're going into over the next 5 to 7 years. That's when it'll be a shift of more getting information and decentralization. So it's not going to be necessarily run by companies like Instagram and Facebook. Same thing, but whatever. It's not going to be necessarily run by companies, but it's going to be ran by the individual, and every individual will have the most individual internet, and they all come together to create the Internet of Things. I hope that makes sense.
That last part got me.
You do your research on it. I'm not going to go too deep into it because I just want to talk about NFTs.
Internet of
Think about the metaverse itself. It's kind of like the beginning stages of Web3, like the beginning.
And then you got to realize companies are scared. They see it happening. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Companies like Facebook, they need to stay in business. That's what they do. They make money. You have to understand that Facebook's metaverse is going to be a centralized corner of a decentralized internet. So don't get too caught up in that, because they're spending a lot of money to get themselves in the press, get themselves talked about. So people think Web3 is just metaverse. It's way bigger than that. Metaverse is 1% of what's going to happen. All right.
It's like
metaverse is their way to control they want to keep the decentralized internet centralized as much as they can. That's what they want.
But it's just like Disney World.
There's no money in that. Yeah, you will see metaverses pop up. Facebook will not be the only one. There'll be other metaverses.
Xbox. I think Xbox is about to do one. Microsoft.
Yeah. But I just wanted to talk about NFTs, man. My favorite topic, because I'm definitely a crypto bro. Definitely a degenerate trader.
Like
very degenerate.
I like that.
A shitcoin enthusiast, if you will. But I want to talk about NFTs because well, first, what do you guys know about NFTs? What do you guys like? Where are we at? Where am I meeting you guys at?
The easiest way to describe it is like The Sims.
I think of it.
I think of it like you just buy shit in a game. Like you're just getting something off the internet.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, and I know you said that you play CS:GO.
Yeah.
Right, and you used to just get. It's like buying skins. You're buying skins.
That's the thing. NFTs has been around forever in the gaming community.
It's just a new word.
That's like it's been forever. Like when you play Call of Duty and you buy a gun skin, that's an NFT. Cryptocurrency is Call of Duty points. Same exact thing.
Like VC and 2K. If you play 2K, the VC, the virtual coin, when you buy whatever emote or whatever, that's like an NFT. But it's just on a bigger scale when you're talking about. I think of it as a token. Ausar kind of like, when I was talking to Ausar not so long ago, he kind of explained it to me in a different way. And I was like, it's like a token, like a ticket.
But I mean, like NFT stands for non-fungible token. So,
well,
it is a token. It's literally.
You're right.
Quite literally a token. But
well,
where you at, Nia? Where are you at?
Me?
Yeah.
Look, I told you on Instagram. I am learning in this section of the podcast. I know nothing about NFTs. I definitely want to get into that space because as a creative, I feel like there's so many things that I can do with it. However, I just have not figured that out quite yet.
Well, so maybe this will help you. Maybe this will help all of us. Because when I explain this to you guys, if I do it right, I feel like it's going to birth a lot of really good ideas, and I just want to hear them. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of touch on the basics. I mean, like, so an NFT, starting with that, you gotta understand that it's not just pictures that people like. Right now, what's hot in NFT is just like the art. Like people like really good art. They like to flip it. They're super overvalued. So you see people like selling it for like half. Like Justin Bieber bought a Bored Ape for like $500,000 or something like that.
For that early, it was not worth it at all.
So overvalued. Like it's one of the biggest NFT brands, but this is very overvalued for the long run. But you gotta think about NFTs not as that, like as something that you can right click save, you can screenshot. It's something that has an underlying smart contract on the blockchain, and the contract can represent anything. So I'm gonna break that down a little bit. Okay. So the blockchain is nothing but code. It's a line of code. If one person does A, B happens, contract. No questions asked. There's no middleman. There's no human error. There's no shystiness of being able to steal. It's just when person A does this, person B gets this. That's what it is.
So like, cool. So say for example, bank. You don't have to, so like with money, you sending money between people, you don't have to worry about sending it through a bank or
Right.
you don't need a second party, right?
Like I said, it's decentralized. It's person to person.
Got it.
There's no middleman in any of this. So an NFT could be a deed to a home. It could be a ticket to a concert. It could be a VIP ticket, like for backstage. It could be green room access. It could be album royalties. It can represent anything. The fact that the image comes with the physical thing, the underlying contract, like, okay, it can come with something physical, meaning that if you buy my NFT, you get this. Because I am contractually
We don't know what it is.
this is the speaker. This is a speaker right here. I don't know if you guys can see because it's a green screen. Tune into the YouTube if you want to see the bad. Tune into the YouTube MisFits Table podcast on Top Media if you want to see like the bad green screen. But this is a speaker. I am contractually bounded to give you that. I have to give that to you, so you can do it with anything that's physical. It's not just digital. So I really feel like over the next 5 to 10 years, as more people get educated on like how the smart contract part is really the meat of an NFT and not just seeing it as a picture on the internet that you can screenshot, that's when we're going to start seeing NFTs in more everyday use. It's going to be like an explosion of some sort, you know what I mean? Because you got to think like it's being used as a collectible spot. There's only a small percentage of people who actually are like really interested in collectibles and like collecting things, but all 8 billion of us on this earth use something that is legible or contractable. It could be a book, a music album, a sporting event, a table at a restaurant, a clothing brand, a home. It could be inclusive resorts. You get this, this, and this when you buy this NFT. And then you got to realize, tell me if I'm going too fast, but like there's the way that we use social media right now, we're going to be having our wallets, open wallets, where you can see every NFT that somebody's bought. So if somebody, so like say like you go to a conference and you see somebody that's a speaker and you like them. What we do is we go on the internet, we search them up, like, okay, they do this, this, and this, you know? What you're going to be able to do in the future is you're going to be able to see that their wallet and say, okay, this person goes to this event every single year because they buy that ticket as an NFT. You're going to be able to see it, like how when you open up your wallet in Apple. You guys have iPhones, right? So you open up your wallet, you can see all of your airplane tickets. It's going to be the same way as NFTs. You can be like, okay, they go here every year. I want to go there because I like that they do that. It can be used for marketing that way. You gotta just see where it can go.
So
Yes.
basically what I'm hearing is virtual reality.
Yeah.
Not necessarily virtual reality, because they're two
It
separate.
sounds like we're going into a virtual world slowly.
Yes, we're inevitably going into a virtual world. I'm not saying NFTs are virtual reality, but inevitably, just the way that we're moving is virtual. And you got to realize how much people. Somebody that had 10,000 followers didn't mean shit 20 years ago.
It wasn't.
That is a digital thing. That does not physically exist, but it matters. Mm-hmm. It matters. It's reputable. Think about that with NFTs. It's kind of the same thing in a way.
You want to know what the first NFT was? Oh no, go ahead, Nia.
Oh, I was just okay. I'm trying to really understand this. So
go ahead. Ask me questions, please.
Let's say that I create an NFT, and I put it in the market for like starting $500.
Okay.
And KT buys it. Right now, it's his. Cool. And then Glenn, KT sells it to Glenn for $600. Do I benefit in any way?
You reserve, yes, you are the creator of it, so you get royalties. You can choose your royalties as well. You can choose, it could be 10%, 25% if you want to be greedy. You are the owner of that, so you get royalties to that. It's all set up and it's very simple to do. Anybody can, and even on a very simple way. We're so early. Like if you ask the random person what an NFT is, they won't know what it is. So you have to understand how early we are in this, because it's the fact that you can create 2 million NFTs, make them $3 each, and get a bunch, just get people to buy it, make it a trending thing. Whatever you gotta do, make people buy it. When people have these open wallets and everybody millions of people have this $3 NFT that you made, everybody's gonna know who you are. It was so cheap. It's such a cheap thing to do. You make a little bit of money off of it, and they don't have to invest as much. They just think it's a cool thing. Everybody, and you see that in everybody's wallet. Who is this person? Let me look them up. Let me see what they're about. Why does everybody have this NFT? They look into it, and it's just so many ways you can go about it. Like, think about it like this. McDonald's, they can put out 100,000 NFTs. Only 100 of them are gold. These gold NFTs give you the right to a free Big Mac with every purchase.
Nasty.
So somebody can not only use that, whatever, I don't like McDonald's either, but somebody can use that, right? They can use it for a year, and then you gotta understand, it's not a membership, it's an asset. It's an asset. You can sell that after you're done with it. Gary Vee, he has his brand. I can't remember his NFT brand. It's such a big one though. People are gonna kill me for that. But Gary Vee's brand, he has NFTs, and one of the NFTs is for 2 years, you have the right to a free day of playing tennis with Gary Vee, and you can talk business while you play with him. You can do whatever, chop it up. But Gary Vee's whole vision for that is pointing out to the fact that somebody can buy that NFT. I think it was like $800. You get to play golf or tennis with Gary Vee, chat it up. After that, they sell it for such a big profit. You know how much people would pay to have like 2 hours of Gary Vee?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways you can go for it as a brand. There's so many ways. It's like literally limitless. You can do whatever you want, man. It's just doing the research, I guess.
A ticket. It's a Willy Wonka golden ticket.
It's the fucking Willy Wonka golden ticket, man. Yeah.
A Willy Wonka golden ticket. Honestly, except Willy Wonka is not gonna take you to see the Oompa Loompas or take you in the back room.
I'm done with my rant though, but I just wanted to know, like, first of all, did any of that make sense? And second of all, what do you think about it?
It made me think about when I don't know if this is not related, but when you said the tennis with Gary Vee, I thought about that dinner with Jay-Z. I'm not taking a dinner with Jay-Z, bro. I'll take the 5,000.
Bro, that would be such a good marketing move for Jay-Z. A fucking free dinner.
And
then somebody sells it for $1 million. Which one are you taking?
Ooh. I don't think I'm thinking right this episode, because I was like, you're going to go play tennis with Gary Vee. You're going to be with booty shorts on, a tight shirt. He's going to be playing extra hard. He's going to be playing extra hard.
So you said
no business.
He brought his A game.
That would be so funny if Gary Vee was just like no business. He was just like fucking playing like hard as hell.
Only 10.
15, 30, 45.
I think that NFTs make sense just coming from a fucking like gaming back, like not even a gaming background, just growing up with games. Yeah. It makes more sense to put it in terms of like something that we can understand. So, and we've been doing these things for a while.
Yeah.
And then also it's easier to think about it from like an art perspective. I'm not in the art world, but I follow it closely. And I think that like NFTs, that's been a thing. Like, it's just now digital. It's digital. And you see the real world parallels. Everything is just like eventually going to be digital, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to reinvent the real. We're just going to keep advancing.
Yeah, it's just a different form of like selling your work.
Yeah, and it just takes a little bit of thinking about it, because hey, it's like a newer concept than what we're already used to. That's why like me at first I was so confused about it, and I just had to simple it down. I was like, it's not that complicated. It's like a all-wheel drive car compared to like the first like car ever built. Like, think about it. Like, that's how I think about it. This is literally how I think about it. I think about like some of the first like Ford Model Ts compared to literally like a Koenigsegg Regera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about that. Like, how do you like just imagine just time traveling? Like, how do we? But it's the same thing. But that car can go 300 miles per hour.
I have a question. You made me think of a question. This is for Ausar, and it kind of go back to what I was talking about, just the art world. How do you feel about like big artists making NFTs?
I love it. And like when I said about just buying a ticket to like a conference, right? I hope you guys can hear that because I don't know what that is. But just buying a ticket to a conference. You hear that?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think somebody's drilling outside.
What?
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna ignore it. Bear with me, y'all. But somebody buying a ticket to a conference. They want to hear a bunch of speakers. Maybe it's a TED Talk, whatever. If TED Talk created an NFT and they make, because you gotta remember, they have to make the ticket. The ticket be a PNG. They can hire an artist, make it really fucking dope, like make the art super fucking cool. But say the artist blows up in 10 years, you still have that ticket, and the price of that NFT will go up because everybody wants to get art from that artist. I think all artists should look into NFTs as a whole because you never know what can happen. Like all this is like really, the way I see it, man. It's like the internet boom. This is the new internet boom. Like people were like, "Oh my God, I wish I invested in Google. Wish I invested in Netflix, Amazon, Yahoo." But back in the day, people were like, "How the fuck am I gonna invest in a web browser? How does that work? That's not gonna make any money. Look at the stock price of Yahoo. How am I gonna invest in this shit? I have a flip phone. I don't want a screen. I don't want that shit. Look at the price of Apple right now."
Yeah,
and I was gonna say this. Since the space is so new. 99% of these NFTs will fail. 99 of them are garbage. 99% of them. But you have to make sure you find the ones that have real assets, the ones that are really true, because those will be the Amazons, the Apples, the Microsofts in the future.
I agree.
Yeah, so just be don't just buy anything. Most of them are trash.
Yeah, what are some, so this is a question for you. What are some like you're a beginner in NFTs? Like what are some that people need to be? I mean, what are ones that people need to know about? Like if you mention NFT, you automatically think about this.
Okay, so for people who are beginning NFTs, I would say buy some Solana. Don't buy Ethereum because you're going to get very turned off to crypto if you buy Ethereum right now. There's this thing in Ethereum called gas fees, and they're very high. So say you want to transact $30 or $300 you want to buy for your NFT. You could be paying $30 to $40 just to get the transaction to go through. But something like Solana's blockchain, you can pay less than a penny to get into it. So I would say go to buy some Solana, get a Phantom wallet on it. It's very simple. You can look this up on Google and YouTube. It's really easy. And then go to this website called SoulSea, and you can see all the NFTs there. And when you're looking for an NFT, a good one, the 3 things you want to do is look at their Twitter. Make sure the Twitter is very active. You want to make sure the Discord is really active, and you want to make sure it has some assets that people can use long term. I wouldn't go for any short flips or anything, or get what's hype. Like you want to do what's long term because most of them are shit. That's my advice.
When are we gonna make our NFT?
We're definitely making our NFT. We're definitely making our NFT. I'm still working on it. We're gonna work for it, but it's coming. This is the first sneak peek of our NFT.
It has to be. It got to be a pig. So you got a pig, right?
Oh wait, hold on.
You got a man. You got a man riding a pig, and then that's the NFT. Because you can say that you never seen that before.
Buy our NFT for free MisFits Table live show tickets. Come on.
You only get one though. You can only get one.
You only get one free show. You
can't milk it. There's no benefits.
I'm gonna milk a horse live, so I'm pretty sure you want to come to that.
Yeah, I want to know your thoughts on it. Like, what are you thinking right now? What? Why is that funny?
No, it's something he said, but
I was still kind of stuck on the whole milking the horse thing. I was very confused.
When the last time y'all seen a horse get milked? Exactly. Like, if you don't want to come see that, then you're crazy.
I'm not going to, bro. I'm not going to. But
aside question mark. So I guess my thoughts on it now is that I really got to move into this space, but it gives me a little bit comfort knowing that I have some time because I am an artist. And I've just now been getting into digital work and animating. So I think that would actually be a really dope thing to do with it. Cause I've been trying to figure out, like I have all these characters made, but I don't know what to do with them. So I think studying more into the NFT space and how I can utilize it as an artist, like, heck, the royalty thing sounded pretty cool. I mean, even if it's just a little bit, it's to start at something, right?
Most definitely. And I just remember the name. It's called VeeFriends.
VeeFriends.
Sorry to all the Gary V stands out there. Sorry.
No, I didn't want to say it sound stupid, but I really thought that's what it was.
Yeah, it's definitely called VeeFriends.
Bro, he couldn't think of anything else. He said VeeFriends, bro.
But here's the thing, though. NFTs are usually simple. And also,
he could have said something way more creative, bro, than VeeFriends, bro.
His NFTs are worth millions.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah, I
him.
don't care about the name.
Talk
That's
to
worth millions, bro.
him.
Oh my
Gary,
God.
me and Gary V gonna fight now. Y'all gonna see me on TMZ fighting Gary V on the streets.
I ain't helping.
That will be on TMZ.
Me and Gary V throwing hands.
But
Shout
Nia,
out to
you,
you.
you talked about your characters. I think a good idea would be, and I don't think that many people have done it, but to make like a NFT series, like an NFT show. That's sorry, have you seen that?
No, and I think there's a lot of things that we haven't seen, and that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about that since you're so new. Anything that you guys say will probably be a new. You're probably the first person to say that.
Honestly,
Like that's how new we are.
anything we're doing out here, I feel like we can turn into an NFT. Anything we're doing out here in this world can be like you say you flipped a home. Pretty soon you'll be able to flip any type of home or any land and make it some type of NFT or something in some type of virtual platform. That's how I think about it. Anything you're doing out here, you buy a dog, you go buy a virtual dog and make that some type of NFT or something like that.
And people have done that. And like, do a D to a house, that's nothing but changing it from a PNG to a PDF. That's all that is. That's
Why can't I not just screenshot that shit?
Because you don't. It's on the blockchain. Like I said, but that's why I prefaced it with blockchain doesn't lie. You can screenshot it. You can take a picture of a BMW. That doesn't mean you have it.
Okay, I just had to clarify for the audience.
It's what I'm saying. If you buy something on a blockchain, like it's code.
It's a ledger.
Lie. Like these are trusted codes with literally $1 trillion industry.
Am I right in saying that the blockchain is just a list of all transactions that have happened on the blockchain? Or what is
it's a little bit more than that, and that's probably more than I know because I'm not a coder. But it is on the blockchain. You can see a list of every transaction that's ever happened in the history of the blockchain.
Nia,
that's how you would check.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is directed to you, but somebody in the Twitch chat said there's a weird basic looking character that sold for billions of dollars, and somebody said so you should definitely make some.
The Bored Ape. All the Bored Apes look like shit.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, we're so early, but like little girls, like 10-year-old girls, are like just drawing pictures, taking pictures of it to make millions of dollars.
There's somebody who made like $4 million off of that.
And if we really have, we have like real value to it, and like we get a good community, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to do that in the next year or two.
Here's a question now: what value is it of having an NFT that's literally just your face over the years? Because that guy literally, he made millions just selling pictures of his face, like selfies, like of one position of him in 5 years or something like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's not gonna. It's very cool and trendy, and a lot of people in crypto are 20-year-olds like us, and they're just degenerates, and they invested in Ethereum in 2017. So if you bought like 50 Ethereum in 2017, you have at least $20 million right now. You know what I mean? So like they're just spending this money like it's nothing. Like it's imagine if we had $20 million and it was like you could just keep making it over and over. You're gonna buy it. You're gonna buy the selfie. Like fuck it, it's a joke. Like you gotta think about it.
$20 million,
but in the long term, it's not gonna hold up.
I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm not gonna be worried about any NFT, bro, or $20 million. Let y'all know that right now. I'm gonna have psychosis. I'm gonna be coked out. I'm gonna be drunk falling off the yacht. Yeah.
The NFT yacht party.
Hey, I'm gonna have a yacht party. Y'all gonna see me after 10 years. I'm gonna be looking a mess.
Yo, NFT access to the yacht party?
Yeah.
That's low key.
Let me write that one down. Hold on. No, I'm dead adding that to the Google Doc though. I'm not gonna
actually add it. But I think Casey gonna get stuck in the fucking metaverse in 10 years. He ain't gonna be here physically. He's gonna be stuck. He's gonna be uploaded to the cloud.
He's gonna gain 300 pounds, bro. He's only gonna have his glasses on.
We ain't gonna know what to do. We just gonna need help. That's the wild world of NFTs. Like it doesn't like it still just doesn't. There's like a cognitive dissonance in the fact that this is a thing for me. Yeah, it's crazy to think that this is a thing.
Well, I'm only saying this. I'm so passionate about it because we're in the beginning of the beginning. Like we're literally in the genesis of this shit. Like there's so much that we can. There's no reason for us to fail. If we implement everything that we said about these topics, we stay consistent. We stay motivated. We understand that we need to take time to take rest and like really focus on our mental health. We stay on top of trends that are coming up, and we get there before you hear it on the news, and then everybody's rushing to it. That's why there's no better time to be having a brand right now, man. It's life is good.
Life is
It's
good.
the wrong 20.
But listen, man, that was just the first topic. How you guys feeling? Is everybody good? Nobody's tired? How you guys feeling? We're like an hour 30 minutes in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was only the first topic.
What?
Bro, you gotta be kidding me. We're an hour 30.
We got 2 more. You guys good? Everybody good?
You gotta play the kids yelling like in the
All right.
So we're taking a break then.
Yeah, let's take a break.
I was gonna you want to take 1 hour after the second one?
Mike,
Take a
give me
break right now.
they'll give me a whole bottle of wine.
Then let's take a break. Hey, what's up? This is Ausar. I'm editing the podcast right now, and I realized when I was in the middle of talking about NFTs, I said that if you bought 50 Ethereum in 2017, you would have $20 million. That's not true. I just did the math. It's about $150,000. Still a lot of money, but I was just trying to prove a point, and at the same time, I don't want to spread any misinformation about cryptocurrencies or anything like that. So, not $20 million, $150,000. But the point I was trying to make was, you make a lot of money. Anyway, enjoy the show. And we are back. Welcome to the Ask End of the podcast. Welcome to the cool side of the pillow of the podcast. I need some more analogies for the
We
other.
need to get that on a shirt. Get that on a shirt. We need that. Cool side of the pillow podcast.
Cool
And it's
side
gonna
of the
be me
pillow.
on the other side. I'm on the other side with an afro.
That would actually be hilarious. If it was the cool side of the pillow in front. Yo, trademark that. Okay, somebody click that. So we're talking about manifestation, period. Gotta have the period. Never get the period. So I want to know. We're going to jump right into it. Honestly, I want to know what you guys' personal experiences are with manifestation. Like, how have you guys? How were you introduced to it? And how have you been using it since?
Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever sat down and properly manifested something. I just think that good things manifest for me.
But what is properly manifested?
You're always in a constant state of manifestation. It's just by the state of being conscious about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody's always constantly manifesting something.
I want to ask Nia, what would you define manifestation as?
I agree. Like it's just a constant state of being. Like it's a constant state of not worrying about anything because you recognize the power that you have within yourself, and that as soon as you want something, it's already yours. So there's no point in worrying about it. Like it's just this constant mentality that you have to be in. So that's why I said, like, when people think about them manifesting something, like manifesting isn't really action. It's more so just a constant state of being. And I think that's where people kind of get it confused.
I think that's where I think that's where I go wrong with it. Like now that you say it's something that's constant, and Casey said it too, about it being constant. I tend to look and get stuck on the action part of it, like having to physically sit down and say I want this, or
I mean, so in that case, Glenn, at that point you're just only enhancing what you want to focus on, or enhance what you want your brain to like move towards, being conscious about what you want in that case. Because you can physically sit down and say certain mantras or certain things, meditation practices, breath of fire, all of that to get you in the right headspace. But it's always like we both said, it's always a constant state of being. It's just whether you're conscious about it or unconscious about it, and just pretty much either letting your ego take over or becoming a watcher of your thoughts. That's how I go by it. And I guess I can go in saying this. a way that I go deep into any type of manifestation mode is I'll always try to meditate. And I always start off my meditations by breathing, because breathing is one of the key essential things for life. Because if you don't breathe for 2 minutes, you're dead. But if you don't drink water for a month, you may survive. But is it a month? I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. But
Well, Casey, me and you, we've both held our breath for an extended amount of times.
I no. I'm just saying, like, if you wasn't like practicing that state of holding your breath or anything like that,
yeah,
like you could possibly, like, something like that. But shoot, I forgot where I was going. Somebody else take over.
I just feel like I'm gonna keep talking about what you're saying. Like manifestation and meditation, I feel like definitely go hand in hand. Like when you said watch of your thoughts, obviously that resonated with me because the power now, you know what I mean? Like just watching your thoughts, and the best way to get into that mode of being is by meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And just to go a little bit deeper, one of the fastest ways to get into that mode is not just by sitting there, it's by breathing. It's by constantly breathing and feeling your heartbeat, feeling the blood rush through your veins, as Wim Hof says, when you're holding your breath for that 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes if you're more advanced. It's just it's being able to see that you are a part of everything. And once you realize that you're everything, and once you truly get that, and it's not just something that you say, once you really truly get that, then it's a lot easier to manifest something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with meditation, or the way that I use meditation is to control my thoughts more so. Because if you don't think about it, a lot of people, especially people who aren't well versed in meditation, they just let their thoughts run rampant. And when your thoughts run rampant, understand that whatever you're thinking is whatever you're manifesting.
Right.
So if you don't have any control over your thoughts, then you're just manifesting whatever you think about. And honestly, a lot of us just kind of gravitate towards the negative. So if our thoughts are running rampant with negativity, then that's what we're going to continually manifest. So meditating helps us control that and learn how to really just focus on the things that we want and what we desire. And another problem is that people don't even know what they want and what they desire in the first place.
Right. That's a bar. That is a bar. Clip that. Somebody on Twitter, clip that, please. Look, God.
I definitely agree with every single word that you said. I just think a lot of people think it's woo-woo, but in reality, it's like stuff we do every single day. We just don't notice. Like literally, like before I even knew about any of this, I was like, this is stuff that I like do every single day. Now that I'm conscious about it, I can like pay more attention and like change so many aspects of my life. And it really has changed so many aspects of my life ever since I started focusing, going back within. Because I've been living for 23 years. I understand how to take in everything from the external. And I realized, I was like, it's so much static coming from out here. What's going on inside of here? Like, why am I not feeling as if I'm not all the way good in here? Now I realized one thing, the ego was a big thing. I never noticed how big of an ego everybody has, and how much you can like calm it down. I don't think you're ever going to get rid of your ego, but I realized how much you can calm it down and be at a place where you don't judge, you don't think negatively about anything, about what you're saying or putting out. And I found that really interesting. But yeah.
Think about the ego, man. It's so tricky and cunning. It'll find some type of way to sneak back into your life, man, no matter what. That's the thing that got me fucked. It'll be fucking 3 months have gone by. I was like, wait a second. It was my ego controlling me this whole time? You motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, it's something you have to like consciously always do. Always. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in a state where it's like you don't have to really think about it and it's just the ego's gone, but that's just tough to get to. That's a tough state. Like that's some Ram Dass shit. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever reached that point, but I do have a question for you all. I know for me personally, I think I'm in my most peaceful and like clear-minded states when I'm in nature. Like I am the nature boy.
Yeah.
I just want to like from that see like what for you all, what is that space? Like how do you find tranquility and I guess peace to start manifesting those good outcomes, I guess. Just good
Honestly,
energy, manifesting good energy in general. Like what do you do?
honestly, I kind of like what you said. I go outside. Outside, I find that everything is living, and it's. I feel like when you're outside, the vibrancy of the earth comes alive, and you can like feel and see physically that you're not the only creature on this earth, and it makes me think like, why am I having these like problems from the external world that a lot of stuff that's not living affect my life? Like, for example, social media. Y'all know how I have love-hate relationship with the social media and just that whole world. Why is that affecting what's going on out here connecting to me? I don't know. It's hard to explain when I'm talking about nature and me. But that's one way I like go back within. I go outside and I breathe and I listen.
Question.
Honestly, during the winter time, going outside is like it's a no for me. Like I can't stand the cold. Absolutely cannot stand the cold. So one thing that I had to come to terms with, because I feel like everybody has this idea of like the type of meditation you should be doing and what the way you should be sitting and the way that you should be breathing. People are like where you should be, and people are so particular about certain things. But like, fuck all that. Like, go wherever feels good, do whatever feels good. Like, I like to meditate laying down. I like to burn my candles. I'm about to burn myself to try to show y'all this candle, but
Wow.
I like to burn
Like,
Tune into the
candles.
YouTube to see Neil's candle. Come on now.
exclusive.
I mean,
That's
hey,
nice.
like incense.
I
all of it.
completely get what you're talking about, because just to reference the book again, The Power Now by Eckhart Tolle, he talks about the way that meditation works in everyday life. Like all four of us and everybody that's listening, they can do this right now. Just be present about the fact that you are exactly. So if you're driving a car, feel your hands really like gripping the steering wheel. Notice that yourself, like you're breathing. Feel the chair that you're sitting in. Feel the comfort in that. Feel how up or down your shoulders may be. Just really experience the moment, and that's meditation for you right there. And it's still, you can do that. You can do that when you're angry, man. And I know it's hard. It's easier said than done, but you can do that during anything. You can just notice where you're at. Just notice what's happening, and that's meditation. That's presence. That's being in the now, and it's as simple as that.
All I'm gonna say is when you see your manifestations actually come to life, that's when you know you like it's a real deal. Like it's actually like a thing. Like when I never forget when we started doing like our circle, a manifestation circle, and I started meditating on it. And like I was like really going in with this circle. We have a manifestation circle. So basically we all give gratitude and say what we're manifesting we used to do that every single night. We're trying to start it back up. But we used to do that, and I used to feel real good after. It's like legit, like feel good. And then I'll see like my manifestations happen, and I was like, whoa, this is a little scary, but I love it. And I'll keep meditating. And the more I meditate on it and just keep doing it, I see it keep happening. And then when we stop, I notice a shift in energy, like almost like instantly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. That's when I like my body was telling me, I listened to my body, and that's when I was like, okay, obviously I need to start this stuff up again. I need to start meditating more and literally listening to my inner self deeper than what I have been. That's why I stopped, because once again, like Ausar said, that ego will sneak up on you. It'll sneak up on you, and it's like a shadow. It's like a shadow in a dark alley. Like you don't see it, but you know that shadow is behind you. And until you shed that light, then like stop following me, get away from me, back up, I'll shoot you. I got a block.
Well, up until that last sentence, that was very well said. That was very well. You had us in the first half.
I have yeah, no, go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
No, listen, I'm just gonna go to the next thing, but go ahead, say what you guys say.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask, this is like a follow up for everyone. Like, what is one of the biggest things that you've seen manifest in your life? Like,
Ooh,
recently or just in general? I
I'm
don't know.
not
I can't answer that question because I want to hear from everyone else. I honestly don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's this podcast. I'm not, if I'm being very honest,
Mhm.
I didn't think you guys were gonna have as much commitment as I did to this podcast when we started.
Yeah.
I didn't think, because I was like, I'm gonna have to do everything. I don't know if they're gonna really want to do it. I don't know if they like are like have like radio personality as quote unquote radio personality. I didn't know. But then when I realized like how much you guys were really committed, I was so grateful for that. And that's like when I said, there was a point where I said pretty much every week when we give gratitude, I was like, I'm so happy that I'm doing this with y'all, because I can't think of, and I truly mean that. Like, I don't think I could do this with anybody else. I don't think there's anybody else that I could do this with, like every single week. Like 79 weeks, we did this every week, man. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. It is.
So like this is my biggest manifestation, and I keep manifesting this podcast to grow bigger and bigger. Our audience, I love it. Everybody in the UK that listens, man. Everybody, I don't know why people in California started listening so much all of a sudden, but shout out to y'all. Y'all like our biggest state. Like everybody, man. Everybody. Like I manifested y'all niggas, bro. Y'all here because of me. Say nah, but no, man.
Shout out to Korea too. Shout out to Korea.
I don't know who that is.
Which one?
I don't know who that is, bro.
Is it in North Korea or South? Which one? We need to know.
State line.
Okay. If it was North, I'll be.
We know who it is if it's in North.
We know exactly who it is.
But no, I think the biggest manifestation might be, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, having great people to talk to, like y'all, all my friends, like all the misfits, like I'm able to talk to y'all and y'all understand my thoughts and I understand y'all thoughts and y'all give perspective. Probably that's my biggest manifestation, perspective from like-minded people. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, because before y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't lost, but like I was just, I wasn't using the full potential of my brain. I'm so serious. Like y'all, like I wasn't getting like too much perspective in at all. Like I would, but like I would, like it wasn't unlocking in my head or something. I don't know.
I get what you mean.
Shout out to all the misfits, man. Shout out to all y'all. I love every single one of y'all.
Yeah, y'all niggas keep me alive.
Real shit.
That's my biggest manifestation. I did that unconsciously, and then when I became conscious about it, it became stronger.
Let's see. I got two pretty big ones that happened to me literally last year. The first one, I'm a teacher. So last school year, I was a long-term substitute, meaning basically I didn't get paid over the summer. And I didn't have any jobs lined up or nothing. So I'm like, how in the heck am I going to survive for the next 2 months? So, but I didn't worry about it. Like, I just kind of kept moving. I was like, I mean, it's going to, like, I'm not dead yet. And I've been unemployed before. So it's going to work out some way, somehow. And then in the middle of July, I think I went clubbing with my friends. And I went to an ATM to, like, get, like, a $20 bill out. And it said that I had $7,000 in my account. And I was like, where the hell? I didn't know what was happening. But yeah, it happened. Apparently, unemployment. I was unemployed in 2020 and I applied for weeks and they just never sent me my money. And so it just randomly all dropped in July. I never expected that.
That's right. A blessing. That is a blessing. Y'all was having a good night. I'm sure y'all had a good night after. Drinks on me. Shit.
Happened actually like last month. When I first started like searching for my house, the housing market is trash right now. It is absolutely trash. Houses that are not even worth anything are going for $200,000 plus right now. At least in Alabama. And I mean, the cost of living in Alabama is like the lowest besides maybe Mississippi. But houses are still going for pretty high right now. And I talked to several lenders, and they were like, well, I don't know how you're gonna find a house within this range and how you're gonna close by the end of the year. And I was like, oh well, maybe I should find a new lender because you don't have enough faith for me. So I actually ended up finding a house in my price range, and I said I was gonna close by the end of the year. And everybody was like, no, it's not possible. Like even my realtor was like, I don't know. And I literally closed December 29th. So like,
come on now.
You tell me manifestation ain't real.
Right.
I hate when people try to tell me like something's not gonna work out for me. And I think that that's the mentality that people gotta have. Like, I don't care what you say. If I said it's gonna work out, then it's gonna work out.
I'm not gonna lie. I said this probably like a million times before on here. Words are so powerful. If you tell yourself positive things, positive outcomes will happen. I always remember the word abracadabra. Just always remember that word. What I manifest flourishes into life or whatever.
I got a drink to that joint.
Yeah, say abracadabra. Everybody say abracadabra and drink. Yeah.
Man,
I just want to say,
well,
I guess that.
Wait, Glim. I want to know. What have you manifested that like you're the most proud of?
Oh, no, that's the thing.
But think of something like
You have something.
I have a lot. I've manifested opportunity. I like when everything seemed like it's about to fall. It's always something like this is your next step. Keep going. Like with not having a path in my like career, getting lost, getting stuck. I guess what the fuck I want to do. Mm-hmm. Some things you just get that sign. I applied for grad school. I'm going to go to grad school. This or that. So I think I've manifested the courage to go for what I want now, not to do what I think is easy, or just going to have the best. What I think will have the best result. I go for what I want. I am going to live my life how I want to live my life. So I think I've manifested that.
Oh yeah,
that's actually
them tomatoes better be right.
Lately, Glenn, I can resonate with what you're saying. Lately, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, lately, ever since I figured out I have a chance to go to Portland, I've been thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm about to live my life how I want to live it. Because like recent years, I've literally been bored. And I'm like, this is not how I want to spend a year of my life. Life is so short. I'm trying to live every day like it's my last. Like I'm trying to live it up. Like I want to do what I absolutely want. I want to like travel like I want. I want to make money like I want. I want to meet people like I want. I want to. God damn it! I want to have sex like I want. Like I want. I'm just trying to live my life to the absolute max. Like I just want to have fun with this thing, and I want to have fun with this roller coaster of a thing. And I love the human experience. I love it. So I'm about to live it like I was meant to have it. I cried one night because of that. I'm so serious. A couple nights ago, I was crying because I was like, I'm about to live my life up. I got so passionate about the thought. Yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to end
that's extreme passion. If that's one thing, that's fucking passion right there.
Yeah. That's a good way to end it, man. That's the first on that note that was positive. In the 79 episodes, that's the first one. And on that note, Glenn, you always do the honors with the gratitude, man.
Yeah, of course. This is one of my favorite topics. Not even a topic, my favorite segment where we just say, I want to say thank you to this podcast. Thank you to our guest. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to the universe for having opportunity when it seems like there are none. Mm-hmm. There's always another one. So I'm grateful for not second chances, but I'm grateful for opportunity because the opportunities are always out there. You just got to either wait for it to come to you or you go get it.
Facts. Heavy on the go get it.
Go get it.
Speaking of go get it, I'm going to go next. I am so grateful of just the fact to have a platform. I know I say this pretty much every week, but I love the fact of having a platform, man. I love everybody that listens. Thank you for Nia being our guest, man. Like you added so much to this podcast. You don't even know. And I'm just grateful for having my all of my fingers, you know. People don't got all of them. And I'm so happy I got all of them. Universe, don't take my fingers. I'm happy about it.
What is about to happen?
I don't know. but I'm
You
happy
just-
I got him.
I'm sorry, you scared me. I just saw a TikTok of somebody who got that.
I'm happy I got him, right? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm happy I got him. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
You ain't worry about them. You just worry about you, huh?
I
Fuck their fingers. Fuck their fingers.
have great fingers.
Got you.
I'm happy I got him.
Nah, yeah. I guess I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for you, Nia, for being a guest on here. And I'm grateful for not resisting anymore. Yeah. I guess I'm grateful for my toe strength too.
Back to them toe curls, bro.
You got them.
They're crazy.
But think about it, bro. You need your toes to be some type of strong. I'm telling
We
you.
need to do a reel of you on the Instagram, bro. We just
Doing
do toe
fucking-
curls, bro.
Doing curls with his toes.
I need to see that. I need to see it.
Please.
Who just said doggy? Somebody said dog. Oh, doggy. The doggy right
We
here.
love the doggies. We love the doggies.
How's the Twitch? How's the Twitch chat been?
So
You were tame today?
I mean, it's like people talking, but like it was just like people agreeing or, yeah, just like yeah.
Good. And last but not least, drum roll, please. Nia, what are you grateful for?
That wasn't really a drum roll, but
I didn't get a chance.
like
No drum roll.
Like
You
that.
said fuck our drum roll.
All right, sorry.
honestly, I'm really grateful to be here. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what type of experience this was gonna be.
Most
But I was
people don't.
honestly just like, fuck it, let's just dive in. And I'm so grateful that I did it because there was just so many beautiful things that were said, so much insight, so many different perspectives. I'm just really grateful to be here. And also I'm grateful for growth, man.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I'm so glad that we have the ability to expand.
Come on now. Come on, expand.
That's the deepest thing that I've heard.
Come on now.
Expand.
That hit.
I think that's the title.
No,
That's
we're
the
gonna let
title.
we're gonna let do it. We're gonna let do it.
I'll let you
You don't know
make
yet.
it
You don't know yet.
I'm
But before we get to
biased.
that, I want we got two more things to do. As the guest, you have a brand. I want whatever you got going on. Please plug to our audience. Tell them what you got going on, please.
Plug it away.
Tell them what you're about.
So I mean, I guess if this is a podcast, y'all can't see my sweatshirt.
Oh, we on YouTube.
but-
Yeah, we
Go on
we
YouTube. They're gonna see it.
Okay, great. Well, whether you can see it or not, I have a brand called Manifested Period. I sell sweatshirts and t-shirts and hoodies. And of course, just like, our growth, I will be expanding in the up and coming months. I got some things that I'm working on. So my website is manifestedperiod.com. It's the whole name right there. It actually spelled out period. It's not like the two dots.
Manifested
Like
dot.
dot.
That's what I
I've
saw.
had people do that before. You spell out manifested period. And also Instagram, TikTok, I guess Facebook, at @bynialove, BYNIALOVE. But yeah, I already said I'm big on growth and wellness. So if you like to laugh, I make a lot of stupid reels, but they're all relevant to like growth and wellness. I find a way somehow, some way, to hop on the trends and keep them relevant. So yeah, follow me on there, be a part of my empire.
Oh yeah.
Nia, somebody in the chat said, do you have an AKA now?
Oh yeah, we definitely need you to have an AKA.
Somebody asked. That wasn't that. That's somebody.
Yeah, you had 2 hours. You had 2 hours.
I hope you were thinking it. Probably not. It's okay.
Yeah, what you got? I know you got something.
Come on, Nia, you gotta have
Because
something.
I'm thinking AKA Miss Manifested. I don't know why.
AKA
Okay.
Miss Manifest.
Okay, Nia Love, aka Goddess of Love and Magic,
Come on now.
aka
Come on now.
Hey yo!
Yo,
aka Positivity and Power. Like,
Come on. I'm telling you.
uh,
Come on. I love it, man. We're definitely putting some radio. You know how like Power 99 be?
Yeah.
Power 99. All right. That's for the Philly listeners. But all right, one more thing before we head out, man. Yeah, can you please? We're gonna put you on the spot. We want you to name the episode of the podcast. It could be anything. It could be something, a quote that was said, overarching theme. It can be whatever you want, and literally anything that you want.
literally. we have an episode called Wild Cows on the Mountain. So
It doesn't. You can name
I don't even know where the
whatever.
fuck that came from. I don't know where that came
I have
from.
no idea what the episode's about.
I was okay. This probably sounds corny, and kind of straight to the point, but it was the first thing that popped up in my head. I was just thinking manifestation and expansion.
Manifestation and expansion. I love it.
I like
I
it.
knew the expansion. I knew the expansion part was gonna come in. I knew it.
I honestly, once you said it, I was kind of sold on it.
Yeah. See,
I like
got
it.
that.
Expansion is key, man.
Good eye Glenn. That's my new AKA. Good eye Glenn. Because my left eye fucked.
Wait. Wait. I never.
Good right. Good left eye Glenn. Yeah, there we go.
Glenn, you gonna cop on a podcast with a monocle one day?
Yeah, but no.
But the real question is, are you coming down to Dave's horse shack to get your horse milked?
No.
And on that note, Nia Love,
Run.
you were such a joy. You can hop on the podcast anytime you like. Honestly, this is great. This is a great conversation. I love you all. I hope you guys enjoy the next 7 days of your life. We will see you next week.
Is that Andrew Garfield in the background?
We love you. And
Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful night.
good.
No more random noises for me.
I found the street of the house in which she stayed, and my diary's full of your name on every page. 'Cause I've read somewhere you'll fall in love with me. I'll try again, one day you'll see. Your hands under my pillow so I sleep, and I'm dreaming of you leaving roses at my feet. I'm obsessed with you in a way I can't believe. When you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me?